So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with my updated Red Eyes deck profile for the post-invasion vengeance. So I really hope you guys enjoy this deck profile. And guys, since the release of Red Eyes Insight, a lot of you guys have been asking me, Sam, what is your take on Red Eyes since the new release of Red Eyes Insight? And in my personal opinion, I feel like Red Eyes Insight is actually a very good card for Red Eyes. It's the card that Red Eyes needed. And not a lot of people back then, before the release of Red Eyes Insight, were too fond of Red Eyes Fusion because you weren't able to search that card from your deck other than, of course, the ritual spell. Not a lot of people played in the Odin versions, but anyway, since Red Eyes Insight can make you consistently search out Red Eyes Fusion first turn, that way you can either bring out your Meteor Black Comet Dragon or your Archfiend Skull Dragon. By sending your dead summon skulls to the graveyard is actually very important in the deck. So Red Eyes Insight actually boosted the consistency of this deck in my personal opinion. And also guys, before I start with this deck profile, I would like to say that this whole entire deck was brought to you guys by 41games.ca. If you guys want to get any of these cards, you guys can check out 41games.ca. I'll leave a link in the description box below. So huge shout outs to them for lending me all these cards to me for me to profile for you guys. So anyway guys, enough of the talking, let's get started with this deck profile. In my personal opinion guys, I would not recommend taking this deck to a regional or YCS. I believe that this deck is actually better playing on a local level where you actually play with your friends, at locals, or just want to play for fun in general and not play competitively. Because if you take this into the current format, with ABCs running around or metaphors and things like that, this deck is actually gonna get wrecked. So in my personal opinion guys, I would not recommend taking this to a regional or YCS. I would just recommend playing this deck on a local level. That's all I have to say guys, and this is my best version yet. This build is actually very unconventional. It's not the same for my last builds where I play Junk Synchron or just the regular one. This one I actually tend to focus more on the rituals because the rituals are actually really, really strong, and I tend on focusing on bringing out Paladin from the deck, which is really cool, and making your first turn Red MD, which is awesome. So let's start with the monster, triple Red Eyes B Dragon. You must play it. And I'm so sorry guys that I have to use the alternate art. And all of you guys love the alternate art, but I could not find my original, so I had to borrow mine from 401. So triple Red Eyes B Dragon, one summon Skull, the other alternate art, which is pretty awesome. So the four vanillas you also want to play, of course, one Red Eyes Darkest Metal Dragon, really, really good card. You can easily tutor this card out with Paladin, which is awesome. And next you want to play, of course, double Red Eyes Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. I couldn't find the other copy, so I had a proxy. So sorry guys. I'm gonna see if the camera is focused over there. Let me focus a little bit better. Alright, there you go. So double Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon, really good. You can also send this card to the graveyard with, of course, Red Eyes Insight as well. And for a new card, you want to play, of course, Meteor Dragon Red Eyes Impact. The reason why you play him is because you want to bring out Meteor Black Comet Dragon, which is pretty awesome. And also, his normal summon effect when this card is normal summon, basically, other Red Eyes monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle by card effects, which is pretty awesome. Makes basically all your dragon monsters, Red Eye monsters, immune to cards like Rigeki, and things like that. So Meteor Dragon Red Eyes Impact, pretty good. Next, of course, I want to play double the Blackstone of Legend. Only 2 copies. I always played this card at 2. No need to play triple copies of this card. So that's pretty much it for your Red Eyes engine. And I told you guys, this is no Black Metal Dragon. I feel like it's actually not needed in this current version, and I'll showcase you guys which is more important in this deck and what I tend to focus on more. So here it is. So you guys want to play one Road to the Red. This card is actually not. You guys do not have to play this card. It's totally optional, but I like to play this card because this card is actually pretty cool to use. When you summon this card, it has a really cool effect, is that once per turn during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated, you can target one monster on the field and destroy it, which is pretty awesome. So you once per turn, any card that activates, you can destroy one monster. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated, except Lord of the Red, you can target one spawn trap card on the field and destroy it. So this card is like a Rigeki Break, and also a quick missile space typhoon during either player's turn. Which is pretty awesome. So one Lord of the Red, this card is actually not needed at all, but I just like to play this card, which is pretty cool. This is the most important card of the deck. You want to play Triple Paladin of Dark Dragon. Card is really, really good, especially, the spell card that brings this card out, because the spell card is actually another Red Eyes Insight. You can banish the spell card to search any Red Eyes card from your deck to your hand, which is pretty awesome. So Paladin of Dark Dragon is really good, and the reason why I play this card and why I believe this card is actually very, very important in this build is because you can easily summon this card and tutor out your first turn Red Eyes Darkest Metal, which is actually pretty cool right away. So which is pretty awesome. So that's the main reason why I play this card. Really, really good. It helps you increase the ceiling of the deck, and also helps you extend your combo plays, which is pretty awesome. So Paladin of the Dark Dragon is really important in my personal opinion. So that's pretty much it. Now let's go off to our other monsters to play, of course, the Maxi. Maxi is really, really good. Maxi, against format it actually specializes a lot. Maxi is really, really good, and helping this card can actually help you draw into all your combo pieces if your opponent were to overextend. Off to the spell cards really quick. So triple Red Eyes Insight, your main searcher of the deck. If you guys know what this card does, is that send one Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. Add one Red Eyes Spawn Trap card from your deck to your hand, except for Red Eyes Insight. You can only activate one Red Eyes Insight per turn. So this card can actually search out all these bad boys right here. So double Red Eyes Fusion. The card that it's really, really powerful in this deck, especially going first. This card is really good as well. Making your fusion is just really, really strong. So no Red Eyes Fusion. Insight cannot search this card though, but you do want to play triple Dark Dragon Ritual. You are playing pre-preparation right to actually search out this card, which is pretty awesome. And his effect to actually banish or search any Red Eyes card from your deck to your hand is actually pretty cool. So triple Red Eyes Dark Dragon Ritual. I mean, now Red Eyes Transmigration. Red Eyes Insight can actually search out this card, which is pretty awesome. That way that you can actually tutor out your Lord of the Red, which is pretty cool. Last but not least, you want to play, of course, one card of the Red Stone. This card isn't as great. I believe that Lord of Darkness is actually way better, in my personal opinion. But yeah, so one card of the Red Stone, double Lord of Darkness, very, very standard. So that's pretty much it. Next, you want to play triple pre-preparation of rights. Searches out your Dark Dragon Ritual and also your Paladin, or your Red Eyes Transmigration, and also your Lord of the Red, which is pretty cool. So yeah, next, that's pretty much it for your standard basic spells to tutor out your monsters and also to search out your stuff, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for your spells. Next, you're gonna play, double Twin Twister, clear back row, ditch your Red Eyes to your grave, so that way that you can easily activate Return of the Dragon Lords, which is pretty awesome. Triple Return of the Dragon Lords, very, very standard. Card revives anything. It can also revive back your fusion as well if they were summoned already, which is pretty cool because these cards are level 8s. Which is pretty awesome. So Return of the Dragon Lord is a really, really good, powerful card overall. This card is like one of the best releases that Dragons overall needed. So that's pretty much it for your spells. Let's go off to your traps. One Red Eyes Spirit, one Return of the Red Eyes, one Solemn Strike, and last but not least, one Solemn Warning. If you guys do not have Solemn Strikes, you guys don't have to play this card. You can actually bump this card up to 2, take out the Solemn Strike, or you can just play another trap card like a Mirror Force or something. It's all up to personal preference of what you guys want to play as your trap, as your other 2 traps. I love to play, summon a Red Eyes Black, a Flare Metal Dragon, and then set a back row, which is pretty powerful. But these 2 cards are actually a must-have in my personal opinion because these are your Red Eyes Insight targets, other than the Red Eyes Fusion and also your Red Eyes Transmigration, which is pretty awesome. So this card is like a Monster Reborn of the deck, and this card is also like another Monster Reborn. But this card is like a continuous Monster Reborn, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and of course, if this card dies, you revive back a Red Eyes, which is pretty awesome. So that's pretty much it for your traps. Everything in this deck is actually, very, up to personal preference on what you guys want to play. But this build actually focuses on, Dark Dragon Ritual. Whereas my other current versions, I focus on like Junk Synchron and things like that. I thought this version actually more fun to play on a local level because it's so fun. Ritual summoning tribute to bring out Red MD and just do your extended combo plays depending on the cards that you have in your hand, which is pretty awesome. So yeah. And let's go off to your extra deck real quick. One Archfiend Black Skull Dragon and one Meteor Black Comet Dragon. Skull is really good. You can attack. Your opponent cannot activate anything until the end of the damage, which is pretty cool. And also, you can activate this effect to basically return the Red Eyes to deal 2400 damage to the face, which is pretty awesome. Meteor Black Comet, when this card is summoned, you basically get to send a Red Eyes monster to the graveyard, and your opponent loses half of its attack. So you send Red Eyes, Red Eyes V Dragon to the graveyard. Your opponent will lose 1200, and of course, when this card dies, he floats. Which is pretty awesome. So this is for your Red Eyes Fusion targets. Really, really nice. Next off, for your rank 7s, like I play triple Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, triple Big Eye. I'm missing a lot of cards, but the only XYZ you actually ever go into are Big Eyes and Flare Metal, Gaia Dragon, double Gaia Dragon, because you can go in it because you can make 2 7s. The extra deck is actually up to personal preference on whatever you guys want to play, but it's just entirely random. This is all you need, legit. Like you don't even need any of these. Maybe a Drago Sack, which is pretty awesome, and that's pretty much it. You can even cut one of these cards out for Master of Blades, but I currently do not own Master of Blades right now, so that's really unfortunate on my part. So, and these are your level 6s that you play: one Photon Strike Bouncer, one Number 9 Utopia Beyond. This card can actually, your level 6s can actually come up. Because you can have, Return of the Red Eyes right here. and also like a red MD on board. Randomly you can revive back your Meteor Impact Dragon, and then this card can actually revive back your Summon Skull, which is pretty awesome. Back to the XYZ, Photon Strike, 39, M7 to revive back or bounce back cards from your graveyard to your hand, or on the field to your opponent's hand. And last but not least, one number 24, Draculus, the Vampiric Dragon. So that's pretty much it for this deck profile, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below on what you guys think about this Red Eyes deck. Again, guys, I will say that this deck is actually meant to play on a local level, not a competitive level. If you guys want to take this deck to locals, you might as well go and do it. Play this deck for fun with your friends, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. There's also a lot of different versions I'm actually testing out that I actually might be doing another update on. Like, I have a really cool Ultimaya Heraldic version that I was actually toying around with. I've seen a lot of people play it on YGOPro, so it's actually pretty awesome. So if you guys want to see that deck profile, make sure you guys smash this video, give it a big thumbs up, and also let's say 500 plus likes and I'll showcase you guys that Heraldic version of Red Eyes with the new Meteor, Comet Dragon, and things like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Sam from Team Samurai. Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.